Doesn't it suck when you think you have your enemy pinned down just for them to slam the ball right past you? Have you ever wished that you could use that power? In this video, I will show you when and how to use the slam in pickleball. If you are to use the slam at all, you must be within 2 feet of the kitchen line but not past it. Your opponents should be mid-court or far back. If they are close up, your slam must be to the side or in between them. While a slam can be done at almost any time, it is better to use it on a shot high above the net, preferably a lob. Slamming lower shots can often put balls in the net. It is usually a bad idea to hit a slam while your opponents are rushing the net, unless you can get a shot between them. Keeping your eye on the ball as it is descending is key, but make sure you have your enemies in your peripheral vision so you know where they are. Make sure your paddle is either vertical or only slightly slanted, having your intended location in mind. Always make sure to wait for the ball. While jumping can add some style to the shot, it generally results in terrible aim. If your opponents are mid-court, make sure your paddle is angled to hit their feet. You can do this if they are back, but it is safer to hit a shot over the net. Cross-court shots are possible, however, you need to be very careful as to not misangle your wrists and hit the ball wide. Now that you have learned this skill, you can put it to the test. It can take a while to master the slam, but it is one of the most important and fun moves in the game.
Today, we are making my homemade chocolate chip cookies. To start off making your cookies, you're going to need your ingredients and equipment. You're going to need flour, sugar, brown sugar, chocolate chips, baking soda, salt, vanilla, 2 sticks of butter, and 2 eggs. For equipment, you're going to need 2 different sized bowls, a hand mixer, an oven, a baking sheet, and a cooling rack. To start off, you're going to want to add 2 sticks of butter, and your 2 eggs, and your vanilla. Then you're going to take your hand mixer and mix it. Until it looks like this. Then you're going to set this aside. Get your smaller bowl. Add your flour, baking soda, and salt. I'm going to add 2 cups of flour, 2 1/4 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Use your whisk. Set this bowl aside. Then to your egg mixture, you're going to want to add your sugars, a half a cup of white sugar, and 1 cup brown sugar. Mix it until it looks something sort of like oatmeal. After, you're going to add half of your flour mixture and mix. Then add your other flour mixture, but mix till it is fully combined. Once it gets hard to mix, go in with your spatula and press in all of the flour. Now that your dough is finished, take about tablespoon balls and set them on your tray. Place them 2 inches apart so that they do not stick. Now that your tray looks like this, wait until your oven is preheated. The oven is preheated, so we're going to place our cookies in here for 8 to 15 minutes. If you make bigger cookies, you need to add more time so it can cook longer. So also, if you don't want to time it, leave your cookies in until they are golden brown on the outside and have a nice even brown color in the middle. Once your cookies are done in the oven, take them out and let them cool for 6 to 8 minutes. The bottom can finish cooking so they won't fall apart when you place them on your cooling rack. Now that your cookies have cooled somewhat, you can take them off of your baking sheet and place them carefully onto your cooling rack so they can finish cooling. Repeat the step where you place the cookies on the tray and put them in the oven. And that is how you make my homemade chocolate chip cookies.
Hi, my name is Eliza Freeman, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make waffles. First thing you're going to do is grab all your ingredients. The ingredients you're going to need is baking powder, sugar, canola oil or vegetable oil, 2 eggs, salt, vanilla, all-purpose flour, whole wheat flour, and milk. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to grab your utensils. So you need a bowl big enough to fit the batter. You need a fork or whisk, and you need your measuring cups. I have half a cup, a third cup, and a cup, as well as the tablespoons and half teaspoon. First thing you're going to do is you're going to take 1 cup of the 1 cup measuring cup, and you're going to get 1 cup of all-purpose flour, making sure to level off the top by scraping with the top of the bag. And then you're going to put it in the bowl. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to grab your whole wheat flour, and you're also going to measure out 1 cup, leveling it off at the top. And you're going to put that in the bowl. Then you're going to grab your granulated sugar, and you're going to put 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar into your flour. After adding your sugar, you're going to take your baking powder and add 1 tablespoon of baking powder. To level it off on the baking powder, you can either scrape it on the sides or you can just tap it down to make it look level. Lastly, for the dry ingredients, you're going to add half of a teaspoon of salt. Next step is you're going to take your milk. It doesn't matter what milk, I'm using low fat, and you're going to add it into your dry mix. Adding 2 cups of that. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your canola oil and you're going to add 6 tablespoons. Then you're going to take your 2 large eggs and you're going to crack them into the bowl. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your whisk or your fork and you're going to mix all of your ingredients together until you get a smooth and not lumpy batter. After you mix your batter, it should look like that. Make sure you scrape the sides. You're going to use about half a tablespoon of vanilla extract. Now, the most important ingredient in my opinion is chocolate chips, but that's optional. Now, the most important step is to let the batter sit for 5 minutes so it can set. While I'm letting it sit, I'm going to clean up my area. While your batter is sitting, grab out your waffle maker and plug it in so it can heat up. Once your timer has gone off and your waffle maker is ready, you're going to take about a 1/3 cup of batter, I mean it all depends on your waffle maker size, and you're going to add it to your waffle maker. Once you've added it to your waffle maker, close your waffle maker and wait for the green light to turn red. Once the light turns green, you're going to open the waffle maker and remove your waffle, and set it on a plate. And then repeat the process for the rest of your batter. Now that you've finished making your waffles, sit down, relax, and enjoy them.
I'm Eric Bruce, and today I will be teaching you how to unicycle. First step to riding a unicycle is finding the unicycle that fits you. So I have a big unicycle, and this one is easier for riding long distance since the wheel is bigger and each rotation you do gets you further. But that's not the one I usually ride. The more preferable unicycle is a small one because it has these little places to put my feet if you're trying to do tricks or something, and And once you have gotten your unicycle, the second step is to mount the unicycle. To do this, you want to have your pedals perpendicular to the ground and step with whatever foot you feel comfortable. So I usually step with my right pedal down, but you can switch up, put your left pedal down, whatever feels better. So you're gonna want to put the seat under you with your pedal down, and then get onto a ledge if you need to, hold onto it, and then kick up. You can put your other foot on the other pedal, and the next step is to just get a feel for it. Practice leaning forward, but put one foot down and hold onto the wall and rock back and forth. This is what a lot of people use to stay in one place without getting off your unicycle. It's very useful. So you can practice this. For your fourth step, once you've practiced holding onto a wall and pedaling, and this is gonna take a while, you're gonna want to go along your edge or whatever you're holding onto, and you're gonna want to try to push off and pedal as far as you can. Hold onto the wall, but keep your other arm out. Pedal forward, lean forward, and then once you get to the end, push off a little bit and flail your arms. If you don't want to damage it because it can get scraped up, you can top off. You can practice hopping off. And then grabbing it behind you.
Hi everyone, this is Jade, and today I'm going to show you how to make Chick-fil-A sauce now that they close on Sundays. This is everything you're going to need today, as if lemon juice, honey, mustard, mayonnaise, barbecue sauce to make your very own Chick-fil-A sauce today. Starting off, you need a bowl for your ingredients, as well as a tablespoon, half cup, and 1/4 cup. Then you are going to use 1/4 cup of honey. Then 2 tablespoons of mustard. You need 1/4 cup of barbecue and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. And last but not least, a half a cup of mayonnaise. Had a bit of a struggle. But then grab a spoon of choice, mix well, then put it in your fridge for 1 hour. You're 1 hour in the fridge and preparing whatever you would like on the side. You could use waffle fries, any kind of fry. You can use chicken tenders. Make it to your imagination, whatever you want to use your dip it with. Now that we've made our sauce, if you're not a tender fan, here's additional how to make homemade easy potato chip fries for your Chick-fil-A sauce. You'll need potatoes. How many is your choice, but today I'm personally using 4. Overall, you will need a potato pan, potato cutter, spatula, and vegetable oil. Starting off, rinse your potatoes completely to get rid of all the bacteria and yucky stuff. While I wash them, here's a potato fact. Back in the 1890s, potatoes were so valuable they were traded for gold. Isn't that so funny? But anyways, now we need to cut our potatoes. Make sure you cut long and don't waste your time slowly cutting small part by part. It will not cut successfully. My cousin helped me out a bit because I'm not the best at cutting. Now, on to slicing. You want to be extremely careful Have a parent watch near if you are young while making your chips. Moving along, make sure your slices are not too thin nor too thick, and especially even. I just used a knife, but your choice to cut with it. This is how my chips came out once cut. Once you're done with that, turn your stove on to high, or at least to 8. Then once the pan gets hot, pour your oil and give it a minute. Once you're done with that, gently place your chips on the pan. Make sure they have enough room from one another to cook. Then the long process starts, the cooking. You can use a lid for your pan to speed the process, but make sure not to flip your chips till they turn on the sides goldish brown. I'd stay by them to prevent burning, but up to you. For me personally, this took at least 10 to 20 minutes. Once done though with this process, put your chips on your plate and get your delicious Chick-fil-A sauce. This is all for today. Thank you for staying till the end to make your delicious sauce and homemade chip fries. And I am so happy with how these turned out. Thanks for watching. Till next time.
Let me see.
It's done on purpose. Yo, do you need some help? It looks like you never played before. Yeah, I never played before, but why does that matter? Because it seems like you never played before. I can help you with a few easy tips and tricks. I don't need your help, bro. You're trash. You look like you're garbage, bro. You look old. I know you're not talking. You know, come here, bro. Yeah, I'm ready to learn, man. Come on. Dribbling was that you were pounding a ball like this. That was the first issue. What you need to do is you need to grip the ball. You need to have a good stance. Your legs need to be evenly apart, and your body needs to be low. You need to pound the ball like as if you're gripping it, not slapping it. Hands need to be gripping a little bit, right? The second issue was the way you were walking. You were walking like this. Instead, you should be like free with it. Like make sure you try to keep the ball like safe. You shouldn't want the ball to get stolen so easily. Alright, the last move I'll be teaching you for today is between the legs. The between the legs is a great move to get distance between your opponent. It can make you shift where you're going. It can make you go from one way to the other. It's really shifty and it's really good. So yeah, it's way better than the normal crossover because it has them don't know where you're gonna go, right? So yeah. Issue with your dribbling was that you were pounding a ball like this. That was the first issue. What you need to do is you need to grip the ball. You need to have a good stance. Your legs need to be evenly apart, and your body needs to be low. You need to pound the ball like as if you're gripping it, not slapping it. Hands need to be gripping a little bit, right? The second issue was the way you were walking. You were walking like this. Instead, you should be like free with it. Like make sure you try to keep the ball like safe. You shouldn't want the ball to get stolen so easily. The next move is the simple crossover. A good thing to know how to do is to be able to dribble the ball without seeing where it is. You can able to, when you see the ball, it's just controlling it with your hands. You don't have to look at the ball 24/7 to know where it is. You can do this to get away from an opponent. You can do it to change the direction. You can do it to change your speed. It's a very various move. So yeah. A good drill for the simple crossover is to have cones placed again Cones can help you with dribbling moves way easy because it can act as a defender for you. You would have a cone at the free throw right here. You would do a crossover at the cone. You would go to the corner. You'll do that, and then you would finish. Right? And then you would go back, go to the other side, go there. Just restart that. Alright, the last move I'll be teaching you for today is between the legs. The between the legs is a great move to get distance between your opponent. It can make you shift where you're going. It can make you go from one way to the other. It's really shifty and it's really good. So yeah, it's way better than the normal crossover because it has them don't know where you're gonna go, right? So yeah. For the final move, a drill you can use to get better at it is simple, like we did for the crossover. It's a little 1, 2, and you go here, 1, 2, and finish. Like I didn't miss that shot. I missed the shot, but you can get better at it. So 1, 2, 1, 2. And that's simply it.
Can I call you Rose? Cause you're sweet like a flower in bloom. Can I call you Rose? Can I?
Okay, so in a medium-sized bowl, we're going to add a room temperature large egg. We're going to add a half cup of buttermilk. If you don't have any buttermilk with you, you can use a regular amount, like half a cup of whole milk, and then add 1/4 of a cup of vinegar. And that should do the same thing that actual buttermilk does. The favorite part is the vanilla. We're going to be using 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I mean, I can smell it. Okay, so now this is an espresso powder. We're also going to be using 1 or 2. You can also honestly use how much you want. We're also going to be using a half cup of oil. You can actually use any type of oil. Okay, now that we have that done, I'm going to set my oven to 350 degrees, and then I'm going to grab a large bowl to put my dry ingredients together. Okay, first you're going to be adding 1 full cup of all-purpose flour. And then I'm going to add another half cup of all-purpose flour. Okay, now you need 1 full cup of granulated sugar. Now you're going to need 1/3 cup of cocoa powder. You're going to need 4 teaspoons of baking soda. The wet and dry ingredients to the bowl. And with that, our batter is done. So now we're going to bring out the tray and start spreading our batter.
Pretty lady, you.
it's been around like 20 minutes and I let the cupcakes and the frosting sit in the fridge. So now I'm going to ice them. I am never good at this part, but I really hope I am today. So here are two of both of the ice. So you're gonna put enough that I could taste all the frosting. And then I'm just gonna put it around. My bag is opening, which is really bad, so I'm just gonna kind of hurry this up. Okay. Now I'm going to kind of smooth this out. Again, it's not gonna be perfect because this is really just the base layer of the icing, so you can have a lot of the icing. Now you're going to take your green and you're just gonna do like random dabs everywhere. It doesn't really matter. And then you're gonna take a fork and you're literally just gonna twist, but very gentle because you don't want to go into the actual cupcake. So I just like to do little twists and then twists, and then I'm gonna go up and down to make like the grass looking thing. And very fast and up and stuff. Okay. And then you're gonna take an egg, like your chocolate eggs, and you're gonna form wherever you want it. I'm gonna put mine right here. And then you're gonna take your dark cream again, and you're gonna form a little border around the egg to look like it's like hidden. Okay. And then you're just gonna continue making the big things, and you can even calm it down. I'm trying to do this one a little bit too hidden, but it doesn't matter. You want the grass to look like grass.
And with that, my friends, that is how you make beginner chocolate Easter cupcakes. I'm Jenna Seeger from El Camino's Media. I hope this helped, and thank you for watching.
'Cause your thorns won't let love in too soon. I call you Rose. Can I call you Rose?
Hello, my name is Maxwell Robrecht, and here I'm going to be telling you how to do proper track, sprint, and running stance. This is my friend Lucas. He's never ran before. This is his stance. It's not very good. You see how his hands are in front of the line? That's not good. You will get EQ'd for that. See how my hands are behind the line. Good. Make sure you are wearing proper footwear, or it will hurt your feet and you will not be able to run as fast. Before you get on your marks, you need to keep your head in the right space, as it is a mental battle in most of your race. Now, this is Lucas's before and after. And this is me versus him in a race to see who's faster after he learned the form. He has improved much after watching my video. Thank you for watching.
So you want to draw a hand to improve your skills and whatnot? Don't worry, I got you. But before we start, I gotta let you know, hands can look different depending on age, gender, weight, ethnicity. So always try to keep in mind what kind of character or person that you're trying to draw. If you're a beginner though, seriously don't worry about all that yet. Let's focus on the basics. Now that that's out of the way, let's get started. You are going to need a pencil of any kind and an eraser of any kind. Today, I will be using the NIC Pro 0.5 mechanical pencil that comes with its own little eraser. First, draw a square with a semi-rounded top. Hands aren't perfect squares. Then, draw a cylinder for the index finger. For scale, it should be around half the size of the square below it. Try to think of everything in a 3D space if you can. That way it's easier to envision other poses for hands. Make a cylinder for the middle finger that is slightly longer than the index finger and have it almost touching the index. Middle finger is always a little bit longer than the index finger and the ring finger. Then, draw a cylinder for the ring finger, and it should be the same size as the index. Draw a cylinder for the pinky that is smaller than the cylinder next to it. Now we have the first part of each finger. Stack another cylinder on top of all the soon-to-be fingers that's about the same size except the pinky. Keep the pinky tiny. Draw a bunch of nubs on top of all the cylinders. All of these nubs should be the same size, but the overall fingers should be different heights. Now for the thumb. On the side of the square that the index finger is on, draw a tourniqueted cone. Draw a cylinder coming off of the cone that is now facing upwards, like so. Then on the top of the cylinder, draw a nub that ends in a point facing the outside of the thumb. Now we have all the shapes making up a hand. Now you can position these however you want to pose hands in a bunch of different ways. But of course, remember to erase the lines on the inside of the hand. I don't think we have those in real life. And if you want to add a few details to make it look like the outside of a hand, you can draw the creases in the joints, nails of course, a few lines representing the knuckles, and depending on the age of this hand, some bones to go along with it. I'd say that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to experiment with your art style. Bye!
Today we are going to take a look at El Camino's girls soccer game senior night here at El Camino on February 1st, 2024. And we are going to learn how their experience was playing for El Camino girls soccer and their future plans after high school. El Camino girls soccer is filled with young women who are extremely talented, and today we are going to honor and celebrate the seniors in this team and the legacy they will be passing on to those behind them. Let's take a look at what Alexis has to say.
The last question is, what are your plans after high school, and are you going to continue playing soccer?
I am going to continue playing soccer. I'm going to Hamlin University in St. Paul, Minnesota. I'm going to play on the team there. I'm going to study biochemistry and Spanish and take the pre-med route.
Many of us have wishes and accomplishments we want to achieve, but how are we going to achieve them? Many of those before us have left us advice and wise words to help us along the way. Let's take in Eileen's advice.
What's a piece of life advice you would give to a high school girl thinking of joining soccer?
Just keep practicing, put in the extra work, and when you don't want to, get up 30 minutes a day, against the wall, touches, whatever, so just practice.
We've all gone through a whole bunch already, stressful, fun, sad, and many more events, but as we go through everything in life, we create memories either good or bad. Let's check out Coach Ryan's memories.
And then, what is your favorite coaching memory from this year?
Ooh, good one. That's a hard question. We had a lot of great memories. I think just honestly building relationships with the girls. The seniors were so fantastic.
After many cries, laughs, irritations, and stress, we go through high school. It eventually all comes to an end. And for these girls, their chapters close in high school and the new chapter of life starts. If you want to see the last game of girls soccer this season, go off to Del Campo to see the match of El Camino versus Del Campo. And if you are interested in joining a spring sport, check out www.elcaminoathletics.com for more information and updates. This is Emily Garcia with El Camino Media signing off.
Next week, El Camino is having Club Rush for Walk 2, which means a variety of clubs will be able to showcase their clubs. Included in the pool of clubs being shown is Key Club. Key Club seems to push students out of their comfort zones and introduce them to newer opportunities. I decided to join Key Club because a lot of my friends were doing it and I knew the president, so that was really nice because it just got me, like I was already familiar with it and like, just, I don't know, I like meeting new people and I like doing things that I'm not used to and things that will further my education and help me for college. Club is also a very humbling experience that makes students realize to think about others rather than just themselves.
I think I really like the cause behind it. I think that it's great for kids to actually give back to the community and do things that are outside the scope of just themselves. Key Club teaches kids to think outside of themselves and not be selfish and learn that there's a bigger part of the community that's out there that needs help and that they can provide that.
Key Club isn't brand new to El Camino, so when our president Joshua Yang discovered that we weren't doing the best in it, he knew he needed to make a change.
Multiple division leaders of this organization reached out to me in hopes that I could actually recharter this club at our school. I realized that this organization was a part of many schools in our school district, and it was just really embarrassing to hear that our school lacked again in this aspect. And so it was up to me to bring this club back to life at our school.
To learn more about Key Club here at El Camino, visit the URL on the screen, follow Key Club on Instagram at ECFHS Key Club, or visit Key Club's booth at Club Rush on February 13th at lunch. I'm Ava Durfee with EC Media.
Adults aren't the only ones suffering from alcohol abuse. It's time to stop putting your life and others at risk. Get rid of all the alcohol in your house, write down reasons to stop drinking, and try quitting with somebody else. To get more help, call 1-800-662-5357.
Dad?
Hey El Camino Eagles, there was an event made for seniors hosted in the library. It's called Cash for College. It's where seniors fill out applications for financial aid to help them in the future for college. February 1st, 6 to 7 p.m., student government and staff set up the library for the event. Seniors, alongside with their families, enter with the needs for financial aid to guide them in the future as college students.
Encompasses Cal Soap Help for all of our students to be able to submit their financial aid application or their California Dream Act application, which is your funding for college.
Cal Soap is a college access and readiness program that is meant to improve the flow of information about post-secondary education and financial aid while raising the achievement level.
You know, it gives families and students the opportunity to come to some place where they're subject matter experts. They can get all their questions answered. They can hopefully submit their applications.
There are translators for families that don't speak English. There are staff that can help with technical difficulties, help with applications, and technology.
Especially with this new application and all the difficulties and challenges that we're getting with the new application, I think it's a great way to help out the community and get these applications submitted.
There are new applications that can help with fundings in college. Cash for College is a great way of supporting a college career. Most people that applied to it did not regret it. El Camino provides opportunities to help students in the future. Visit studentaid.gov for more information. You know what they say. Give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime.
The El Camino varsity basketball team has gone 6 for 17 so far this season with 5 games left. We're reviewing how the team has played and see what they've been doing wrong and what they can do to improve next season.
The beginning of the season was a struggle for the team. However, they still hope to end the season strong. The coaches plan to improve their team chemistry in order to succeed next season.
Oh,
I would say at first it was a bit of a struggle, but I like how we stuck together through adversity and finishing the season strong. That's our goal, finish strong.
All right. Is there anything that you think you guys could do better this season or next season?
Next season, I would say build more team chemistry, do a little bit more team basketball, moving to basketball. I got a lot of younger players, so I'm going to get a hold of them in the spring and summer and make sure we're ready to go.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Yes, sir.
The team has room to improve. However, they still played their best and will continue to playing to their best ability.
I did the best I could.
All right, how do you think your team did this season? Like all together as a group, as one person?
There was room for improvement, but I feel all together we did pretty good.
All right, is there anything you think your team and you can improve on next season or right now?
Just working harder.
Working harder? Anything else? All right, thank you for your time.
Players along with coaches believe that the lack of chemistry in this team's season was the reason why they didn't play the best, and they plan to improve on it next season.
I think I did great this season.
All right, how do you think your team did as a one person, you included?
We could have done better. I mean, our record's not the best, but, it's just basketball.
All right, my last question is, do you think there's anything your team can improve on or next season or this season right now?
Chemistry.
Chemistry?
For sure. I think we give each other's heads a lot of games, and we still got to better with that.
All right, thank you for your time.
Overall, the varsity team played their hearts out this season and tried their best. They have high hopes next season and hope to build their chemistry. El Camino ended up winning their senior night game with a score of 68-56. They have 4 more games left in the season. Hopefully they finish the season off strong. Upcoming games can be found at elcaminoathletics.com. This is Jaden Jamerson with El Camino Media.
Soccer has been a sport at El Camino for many decades, but it has always been overshadowed by others like football. Today we are at Christian Brothers High School to watch a game to see how entertaining the sport is and how much fun the players have participating.
One of the greatest aspects we saw at the game was how much climatic energy there was leading up to each goal, creating immeasurable tension which no other sport seems to bring forth.
I think it's an exciting sport. The goals mean a lot. It's not kind of like basketball where they score every 10 seconds.
Scoring is certainly the objective of the game, but what brings the seamless flow of back and forth to the sport is how every team has a different strategy to implement.
It's the most beautiful game in the world. It's so complex. So many different ways to play the game, so many philosophies, played super differently around the world depending on where you come from.
If soccer is such an amazing game with so much detail to it, then why is it not as popular here as other big sports? At our school, one of the speculated reasons is that soccer is not announced and supported with as much vigor as sports like American football.
They just have more promotion, like on the announcements. I personally feel like they announce the football games louder than the soccer games.
Soccer is clearly a great way to entertain both players and audience, containing more fairness and anticipation than most amenities similar to itself. This is Keaton Yost with El Camino Media.
Urinetown, the upcoming musical that everyone is dying to see. Students, teachers, and parents are all welcome to the musical that will be showing March 14th to the 16th at El Camino High School's Performing Arts Center. In this new musical, there are multiple main roles, but mostly everyone has a big part in the musical, which gets them excited for their own part.
I think that they're really interested. Last year when we did Bye Bye Birdie, there was a group of people that seemed to just be in it because it was a musical, but everyone in this seems to be actually passionate.
The message of this musical is really about fighting for liberty in your own right. If you truly believe something, nothing is stopping you from believing that until the end.
I would say it's just fight for what you believe in and like don't give up on something you want.
The musical itself is important because it gives something for the students to look forward to. They're given so many new opportunities.
I think this particular musical is important because it's big. There's a lot of opportunity to sing, dance, act, and it's a lot of fun. It's kind of off the beaten path. Not a lot of people know it, so it's a good opportunity to kind of introduce both the kids and an audience to something that they might not be familiar with. Like this musical in particular, in a lot of ways, makes fun of other musicals.
Overall, Urinetown the Musical is a new and satirical concept that people may not be used to, so we'd say it's worth giving a shot. If students are interested in attending Urinetown the Musical, you can get tickets right at the door. To get more information about Urinetown, look at the El Camino Drama page on Instagram to see new updates about everything in that department. This is Molly Van Voorst with El Camino Media signing off.
I saw you go upstairs with Tyrone.
I remember getting here.
You were so drunk, and he was like dead sober. Like,
As much as getting help might be scary, there are over 400,000 victims of rape and sexual assault each year in the United States. And of that 400,000 victims, 30% are people under the influence. To get help, call 1-800-656-4673.
Hey, you excited to meet up today?
I got lost. I'm in the alleyway. Do you see me?
I don't see you. I'll come find you.
I guess I'll just wait here.
Don't accept. You never know what's behind the screen. Keep your information in. Don't meet strangers online. And don't trust people so easily. If you want more information about staying safe online, go to staysafeonline.org.
Most students, when arriving home, will tend to forget to do their homework, causing their grades to slip. Luckily, there's easy ways to prevent this, such as setting a reminder on your phone to do your homework, blocking out all the distractions, or simply just doing it as soon as you get home. For more information and homework help, visit the link on the screen. Change now and be the student that finishes their homework.
2 out of 10 teens smoke. Don't give in to peer pressure. 1 million people die each year due to lung cancer caused by smoking. To get help, go to www.undo.com or call 1-800-662-4357.
Vanessa, you've been kicked off the soccer team.
What? Why?
We've seen your online activity.
But I didn't.
We were sent screenshots and proof by someone on Instagram. We've contacted your parents about this.
What?
Information can be misused in a lot of different ways. Be mindful of your actions and what information you share online. Find more ways to keep your privacy and be mindful at staysafe.org/teens.
Yo, commit this. Nah, I'm good. I don't want to. One hit won't hurt.
Drugs can cause a lot of health problems and can lead to homelessness and poverty.
Yeah, that won't happen to me. I don't like this, man. I'm out.
Guilty. Gateway drugs are a real thing and should be taken seriously.
Do you struggle with understanding what's going on in class? Do you need help with your homework? Do you need help studying for tests? Do you need help with planning your college future? Do you want to get better at all of that and more? Join AVID. With over 8,000 schools in this program and 90% of students getting accepted into a four-year college for 40 years, it's proven to work. AVID helps students learn and understand their classes while also being a fun class that builds connection and life skills. Need help? Join AVID. To join, talk to your school counselor. For more information, go to avid.org.
One in 5 students get bullied every school year.
Hey, stop! Stop, please stop!
These students don't really ever speak up because they're afraid. If you see another student getting bullied, tell a trusted adult. Go to www.talkspace.com to get online therapy. You never know whose life you can change positively.
Every day, about 37 people die in drunk driving crashes. Designate a driver, call a taxi, or seek help. For more information, visit the link provided.